And welcome to the Reaver of Common Sense. I'm your host, Jersey Joe, right here on shrmedia.com. Conservative media done right. I'm trying to make sense out of the senses. That's right. Oh, where do we start? Where do we start? Where do we start today? Oh, it is so much fun to fuck with liberals. It's just too much fun. It's so easy to trigger them. And then, see, I upset you. No, I'm sitting here laughing. People that know me know I'm sitting here laughing my ass off. Especially when I got some dumbass to just keep spamming me, copy and pasting the same thing. So, technically, he's breaking the terms of service with X. So, therefore, not going to remove him, but it's going to lower him in the queue, make him less relevant. But he's already less relevant because he has like no followers, 12 followings, just made the account in September. It's a fucking DNC shill account. I know that. But just sitting there giving him a photo of Trump, a different photo, a different meme, a different GIF every single time. I know that's upsetting the poor bastard. Ah, what do we got here? What do we have here? I don't know. All right, let me get chats up and running. I forgot to do that. As a bad boy. Let's also see. I should be up and running. We got a new SHR media account, and we're now live on that too. Oh, like I said, just one of those days. I mean, not a bad day, but I kind of forgot to get everything up and running. Nancy Pelosi, she is in the hospital in Luxembourg, I think it is. She fell down some steps and went boom. Yeah, I'm going to make a few jokes about it, but I'm going to tell you right now, I don't want to see anything bad happen to her. No, I don't. She's a human being. Whether I disagree with her politically or not is totally a different story. So I do hope her well. And for somebody of her age, hip injury is actually not something to really laugh about, because that is pretty dangerous for older people. There are so many issues that can go wrong with that. I'm not like the left. I'm not going to cheer. I will. Wait a minute. Dang it. Total brain fart. Trying to get all the chats. There we go. Oh, now the jackass is in the chat thinking he's under my skin. The dumbass is too stupid to realize. That's how retarded they are. That's the funny part. That it's just nothing but fun and games for me. I enjoy it. I agree, Green Horton. Welcome. I want to know what her blood alcohol too is. I'll bet damn good money it's not 0. And thank you, Dave, for being in my chat room. It's a pleasure. See, I've said it. Whether you love me, hate me, want me fired, want me to give a raise, jump in the chat, say whatever you want. Well, if you get too rowdy, boom, I'll bounce your ass. But you want to talk, we'll talk. And that's the problem that this jackass didn't realize. He wants to go out there and make baseless accusations. But if you want to have a conversation, I'm more than have a conversation about our differences. I have no problem with that. When you're going to make stupid, just basically propaganda accusations that have been disproven time and time again, yeah, I'm not going to entertain that. And then to think that you want, for one, I don't give a shit what the hell you think. You're nobody to me. Oh, damn right, I'm fat. Damn right. And that's all liberals have is talking shit. And that's all they do about Trump is talk shit. They have no argument that's based in fact. They just sit there and insult like a fucking 14-year-old. Oh, let's see. I've been finishing sentence. Maybe you're too deaf or too fucking retarded to listen. So yeah, keep running your mouth because, like I said, I can boot your ass anytime I want. I can make you disappear, bitch. And remember that with our conversation on Twitter. Anytime I want, I can make you disappear. So you're nothing but entertainment. Now let's actually get on to something real. Nancy Pelosi is in Luxembourg. She was traveling in Europe on official taxpayer business. The former Speaker staff announced her hospitalization Friday morning, citing an injury. While traveling with a bipartisan delegation in Luxembourg to mark the 80th anniversary of the Battle of the Bulge, Speaker Nancy Pelosi sustained an injury during an official engagement and was admitted to the hospital for evaluation. We have since found out, no, I can't. I can make you disappear, bitch. I could boot you from my chat. I could ban you from my Twitter. And you go bye-bye. Bye-bye. That's all I have to do. Right now, you're in entertainment. But don't get so thinking that you have control, because you have no control. You're a little bitch. And by the way, you're so fucking retarded, your Twitter account or X account is getting bumped down because you're getting reported for every spam you did. Yeah, you're not going to get kicked off for it, but you're going to lose your ranking. So, fuck you. All right. You want to see how much you control me? Let's see. Boom. Mute. Mute. Boom. Boom. I don't have control. But you went bye-bye like a little bitch. A little baby back bitch. Bye. Oh. I'll deal with you when I'm done with my show. Oh, all right. Yeah, so she's broken a hip. And like I said, I'm not going to speak ill of a woman on that. I'm not going to wish. I actually wish her a speedy recovery because it is something that is not going to be good at her age. Love her. I don't like the woman. But she's still a human being. She's still an American. Questionable on the American part. Jeez. Got real quiet in my chat. I know. Thing is, I find entertainment in these dumbasses. I really do. But when they get a little too uppity, you got to smack them back down. Because guess what? They lost. So all they're out there doing is they're trying to damage Trump. They're trying to put out negative messages. The problem is people have woken up. People have educated themselves. They stop listening to shill accounts like that. They stop listening to mainstream media. We've been fed lies for years, and we're tired of it. And the Democrats really need to get their heads out of their ass and pay attention to how the American people feel. And, who the hell was it? Which dumbass was bitching? One of the Republicans was bitching because Murkowski, she doesn't understand how people are upset and going to primary Joni Ernst. I don't understand. I just, we're not backing him. You got voted on a mandate, and you're too stupid to get it through your thick skull of what the American people want. It's not what you want. You're not there for you. You're there for the American people. That is exactly what you were elected for, the American people. And the American people said we've had a fucking enough. Plain and simple. Yeah, Claudia, I don't know what's going on with those drones. One minute our government says it's our imagination. The next minute they say they're not any issue with national security. Then it's a plane. It's something else. It's a different story, which tells me something's up. Something is up. Yeah, Green Hornet. The problem is, if you go shooting them out of the sky, then you got FAA after you, and they say it's illegal, and they'll have charges pressed if you shoot these down. But there's some contradiction laws in there, so you don't shoot them if they're low enough. Well, here's the thing: I don't know if this would be technically shooting them or not. Is if there's a shotgun shell you can get that has a net inside of it that's meant to be shot at drones, for the drones to get entangled in the string and for them to crash. Now, is that technically shooting them? I don't know. I really don't know on that one. I'm trying to keep up with the follows, people, and I appreciate every single follow I've gotten. I really appreciate it. It took me a long time today. One of the issues that I have right now with X, it's based on followers and verified followers and so forth. But if you follow too many people or unfollow too many people, they kind of suspend you for 3 days from following and unfollowing. Doesn't make sense. But then you're able to follow like once every 10 minutes. I understand the theory behind it, trying to stop the spamming and the bots, but you're interfering with people, and I pay for the service. I didn't get a lot of follows today or yesterday, but I got blocked. The only thing I could think of is I went through and was doing some housekeeping of unfollowing who wasn't following me and accounts that aren't really active or really. So I unfollowed a bunch. So I wonder if that's what got me that little 3-day suspension. But back to what I was saying. Now, I want to thank everybody for being here today. I really appreciate it. And I will, if I missed anybody, let me know, and I will get behind. Well, I'll get to it tomorrow or Sunday and finish following everybody else. So, and all that done, and talking about Pelosi, I can get that garbage out of the way. And we will be right back right after this message, and we'll have a little bit more fun.
Conservative media done right. You're listening to the SHR Media Network.
Attention, all patriotic women of faith. Yep, I'm talking to you, sis. Are you looking for high-quality, super soft apparel that reflects your love for country and your devotion to God? Look no further than Carry Girl Gear. Picture this. You rocking a tee so soft it's like being hugged by a cloud, all while showing off your love for God and country. Sounds dreamy, right? Well, welcome to reality, babes, because that's what we're all about here at Carry Girl Gear. We specialize in super soft tees, tanks, and more, designed specifically for the strong, patriotic woman who proudly wants to carry their message of faith and freedom. When you shop with us, you're not just getting a t-shirt. You're joining a community of like-minded women who are proud to wear their beliefs straight on their tees. So whether you're sipping sweet tea on the porch or leading the charge for faith and freedom, do it in a Carry Girl tee. Because life's too short for stiff, boring tees. CarryGirl.com, where faith and freedom meets fashion.
Come listen to BZ's Berserk Bobcat Saloon Radio Show. Live on select and exclusive Tuesday and Thursday nights at 11 p.m. Eastern, 10 p.m. Central, and 8 p.m. Pacific on the SHR Media Rumble channel, SHR Media YouTube channel, X, Twitch, Spreaker, and wherever great conservative podcasts are found. BZ, your conservative Sherpa, guides you through the maelstrom of Democrat, leftist, and globalist lies, chaos, deceit, and betrayal. Raised as a free-range child with dirt, stains, mud, and freedom, BZ broadcasts from North Idaho, comfortably surrounded by actual normal people. Jump into our plush, sumptuous, palatial, and resplendent chat room on rumble.com. Click on live chat to join. Now, with 37% more umbrage and 19% more bulbosity than previous shows, featuring delicious Liberty additives for the best in late-night conservatarian talk radio. BZ reminds you that with great beard comes great responsibility. No chinchillas were harmed, embarrassed, fat-shamed, or the focus of any sarcasm whatsoever in the making of this ad.
What is the Edge of Liberty? News, politics, commentary, sarcasm, alcohol, and high blood pressure. It's as American as a good revolution. So tune in every Monday and Friday at 12 Pacific, 3 p.m. on the East Coast on the SHR Media Network and ALRN Radio. For details, visit www.shrmedia.com.
And welcome back to the Reaver of Common Sense. I am your host, Jersey Joe, and I'm here to make sense out of the senseless straight here on shrmedia.com. Conservative media done right. So, Mr. You have no control of that, got muted in my chat room, which, if he wanted to act like an adult, I would have left him there. And I even said that. But now he's crying away. I love it. Now he's deleting messages and putting new messages up. Oh my God. Cry for me some more. Hang on. All right, we just got some Sakatron just sent me a post, and it's oh no, he did delete it. I'm sorry, he got pushed down the ranking a little bit, so it's still there. Where he called me a Nazi lover. Lay off the donuts, you fat fuck. You know what? I don't eat donuts, but I love how he keeps trying to attack me because I'm overweight. I love that. I love how they got to take a personal attacks. If he would have acted like a human being, I would have had a discussion with him. I have no problem. I've done it in the past. I'll do it in the future. Let's see. A massive search operation is underway in Hillsborough, New Jersey, after reports of a possible drone landing, according to CBS New York. The situation has escalated. People are reportedly shooting at drones across New Jersey. I lived in Hillsborough, New Jersey. Looks like... I'm trying to look at a little video. Let me pop this up for everybody. Let me see if I can get it up. Boom. And let me get the volume on for you. It's funny with everything going on. And let me bump that. Now, I'm not saying the drones aren't involved.
Agencies are involved in an investigation in Hillsborough, New Jersey, as to a possible drone landing that happened yesterday. The search is ongoing right now in an area between, or just off of Route 206 in Hillsborough, near Falcon Road, and we can see a staging area by Somerset County hazardous material units, some other county officials, as well as Hillsborough agencies as well. We also understand that the FBI is aware of the incident. Again, this is a search ongoing. It is primarily happening in a wooded area just adjacent to a shopping center, again in the area of Route 206 in Falcon Road. At this point, officials not able to make any other statements as to.
Now, if you notice what's around there, power lines. And I think the person writing the tweet is kind of jumping to conclusions. But I think I saw this earlier where they were talking how it was near power lines where this drone went down. So you can't just jump to the conclusion that someone shot it down. This very well could be lost my train of thought there for a second because this guy's making me laugh. Oh my god. There's power lines. That drone could have hit one of those power lines and went flying down. Now that's taken an educated guess. I haven't heard exactly what has caused it. I doubt we'll hear anything because the FBI is now involved. And even if someone shot this down, I'm not for or against it. But when the government plays the games that it's playing and ignoring what the people are saying, this is what happens. Then people are going to take it into their own hands. So the FBI caused this to escalate, if anything. And it's been a failure of FBI upon failure for them.
The status of this investigation and what details that are known at this time and what they're able to share. But there we can see some of the firefighters that have been walking around in an area, again, just off of Route 206 near Falcon Road. We have seen them doing basically a wide area search on foot, as well as several all-terrain vehicles ongoing in this area. Agencies are involved in an investigation.
It's people are not going to stand by anymore. They're tired of the bullshit with the government. They're tired of just all this administration in general. It has been a failure from top to bottom, and this is just a large example. All right. Oh. I had to leave that conversation because after a while, it's going to be distracting for the show, so I had to leave it for right now. But I'm just, the people are showing that they're worried something's going on and our government blowing it off, especially when they start saying, well, it may be in your imagination, mass hysteria and all that. That's not going to help. That is not going to be good. Oh. So they got to do something. The federal government's going to have to step in and let us know what's going on, or this is just going to get worse. Now we're going to go on to the CNN report that failed. And actually, we'll jump at that in a few minutes because we're almost to break. And it's a video. It's about a 4-minute video. So we'll do it after we come back from the next break. Where is it? 14 state attorneys. Man, how stupid can you be? They filed a lawsuit against Glock. Now, why'd they file that lawsuit, people? Because another company or person came up with those little switches that you put on the back of a Glock that could turn it into a full auto.
They're blowing smoke up my rear end so bad, I'm sending off smoke signals.
I was a little late on that one. Wasn't what I was thinking. It is not Glock that is doing this. All this is a grandstand from 14 state attorneys. It is not the manufacturers that are causing this. It's not. And all this is nothing more than let's get in the media. We're doing something about guns. Look at us. Yay. And to be honest, I don't even know if they're able to be sued because there is protections on the gun industry. You're not able to sue them. And you shouldn't be able to because some criminal goes off the deep end, some Democrat decides to snap and goes on a shooting spree. Oh, that's the responsibility of that criminal. They're the ones that went and broke the law. And if they're going to go to that extreme, do you think removing the gun's going to stop them? Sarnak brothers, Oklahoma City bombing, World Trade Center, twice. Let's not forget. Well, the drones, not just New Jersey, I think Maryland and Virginia, they've seen them too. But with the guns, it's I don't understand the logic behind it because, well, probably there is no logic. It makes no sense to me. All right, we're going to hit a quick break. When we come back, we're going to talk about CNN.
Conservative media done right. You're listening to the SHR Media Network.
Are you looking for a way to boldly express your faith and love for your country? And check out Seven Armors, the premier apparel company for patriotic men of God, where faith meets freedom in style. Our t-shirts are more than just clothing, they're statements. Bold, stylish, and meaningful. From timeless messages to modern designs, we've got something for every patriotic man of God. Wear your beliefs proudly with Seven Armors gear. Don't miss the chance to wear your faith and freedom on your sleeve. Visit 7armors.com today and join the movement. That's the number 7armors.com.
Come listen to BZ's Berserk Bobcat Saloon Radio Show. Live on select and exclusive Tuesday and Thursday nights at 11 p.m. Eastern, 10 p.m. Central, and 8 p.m. Pacific on the SHR Media Rumble channel, SHR Media YouTube channel, X, Twitch, Spreaker, and wherever great conservative podcasts are found. BZ, your conservative Sherpa, guides you through the maelstrom of Democrat, leftist, and globalist lies, chaos, deceit, and betrayal. Raised as a free-range child with dirt, stains, mud, and freedom, BZ broadcasts from North Idaho, comfortably surrounded by actual normal people. Jump into our plush, sumptuous, palatial, and resplendent chat room on rumble.com. Click on live chat to join. Now, with 37% more umbrage and 19% more bulbosity than previous shows, featuring delicious Liberty additives for the best in late-night conservatarian talk radio. BZ reminds you that with great beard comes great responsibility. No chinchillas were harmed, embarrassed, fat-shamed, or the focus of any sarcasm whatsoever in the making of this ad.
Freedom. One nation in all of human history was built on that bedrock. Ours. A republic of the people, by the people, and for the people. Self-government requires freedom, just as freedom requires an individual willingness to self-govern. Freedom has made America exceptional. But it can only last as long as you and I seek the good, as expressed by the laws of nature and nature's God. It can only last if you and I choose to act as people of character. Forging character has been the pursuit of Hillsdale College since 1844.
And welcome back to the Reaver of Common Sense. I am your host, Jersey Joe. Trying to make sense out of the senseless. Right here on SHR Media. Conservative media. Done right. I wonder, because that guy was going on about my weight. I walk around my house calling myself a fat ass all day. I know I'm overweight. Don't bother me. I spent 20 plus years working EMS fire, going into inner cities, dealing with gangbangers. Yeah. All it is someone behind a keyboard that wouldn't say that shit to somebody's face. And I know that. And it don't bother me. But what does bother me is what went on with CNN. Let me get this queued up while I'm talking. And see if this is going to work. My PA. Thank you.
Welcome, people.
That's the pain in the ass. All right. Yeah, that's not going to work there. And let's get this. Now, before going in this, they had to take a shotgun and shoot the lock off the door. There's explosions that went on outside, so forth and so on. Now, we're supposed to believe this guy is asleep. Supposedly, he's been locked up for months and hasn't eaten for 4 days. No food, no water for 4 days. And this is how it starts.
I'm a civilian, he says. I'm a civilian.
Now, look at the skin color. Not because it's brown. A healthy color. Vibrant color. Clean. Hands are clean. Clothes are nice and clean. Not dirty at all. Not emaciated. Was able to sit up just fine.
It's okay. It's okay. مين حطك هون؟ It's okay. جابوني من حمص.
He tells the fighter he's from the city of Humps and has been in the cell for 3 months. Okay, you're okay. You're okay. You're okay. You're okay. He clutches my arm tightly with both hands. Okay. Does anyone have any water? Water. My.
Someone who's been in that situation, been without water for 3-4 days. The worst thing you can do is give them water. They got to be slowly reintroduced to food and water. Even at 3 days, you just don't want to start dumping into the system.
My. Okay, it's water. It's water. Okay. Okay. Okay, you're okay.
Look. I'm sorry. Look how clean those clothes are. But he's been a prisoner.
You're okay. You're okay. We start to walk him outside. Thank God you are safe. Don't be afraid, the fighter says. You are free. This is the third prison they brought me to, he says. The third prison. After 3 months in a windowless cell, he can finally see the sky. My God, the light, he says. Oh God, there is light. My God, there is light. Okay.
Now they're so worried about this prisoner that's been without food for 3-4 days and has been locked up for months. Do they rush him for medical treatment? Do they rush him to the hospital?
Stay with me, stay with me, he repeats again and again. For 3 months, I didn't know anything about my family, he says. I didn't hear anything about my children.
Let's sit down and do an interview. That's what CNN thinks to do. Something doesn't add up with this to me.
The fighter hands him something to eat. He barely lifted to his mouth.
Now, just a minute ago, he had no problem lifting his hands up with the water. Had no problems lifting his hands up to her head, pulling her in, pulling him in. He had no problem with that. Now he has a problem lifting the spork. Now he has a problem.
Okay. But his body can't handle it. Okay, you're okay. His captors fled during the fall of Damascus, leaving him with no food or water. That was at least 4 days ago. I'm shaking. My face is shaking, he says. The rebel tells him there's no more army, no more prisons, no more checkpoints. Are you serious, he says? Surya Harra. Syria is free, he tells him. It's the first time he has heard those words.
But wait a minute, he couldn't lift his hands up. Listen, I'm not getting into the political aspect of Syria, what's going on over there, because there's pros and cons that I see going on over there. What I'm calling bullshit on is this interviews. This is set up. This is fake. This is not real. This is not the first time CNN's been caught doing something like this either. I call evil shenanigans.
He tells us his name is Adil Khurbal, and that officers from the much-feared Mukhabarat intelligence services took him from his home and began interrogating him about his phone.
Shit, even look at his shoes.
They brought me here to Damascus. They asked me about names of terrorists, he says. Did they hit you, the fighter asks. Yes, he says.
They hit him. Listen, I'm not trying. There is shit that's going on over there that I can never understand. I wholeheartedly will concede that point. But I'm calling bullshit. And I know, kind of, I've said it a couple times, but oh, wait a minute, California has officially certified its 2024 election results. Finally!
As a paramedic arrives, the shock sets in. There's nothing. Everything's okay. The Red Crescent is coming to help you, this man assures him. You are safe. Don't be afraid anymore. Everything you are afraid of is gone. Tens of thousands of Syrians have disappeared in Assad's prisons. Up until 15 minutes ago, Adel Khurbal was one of them. He is still petrified. Don't be afraid, don't be afraid, the ambulance worker reassures him. Every car I got into, they blindfolded me, he says. It is the end of a very dark chapter for him and for all of Syria. But so many ghosts remain.
Only thing I say is I call bullshit on that reporting. And they're getting called out pretty bad on it. I understand the organization's in trouble. They're losing viewership faster than the Titanic sinking. Faking these reports is not going to help them. And one of the issues is so obvious. And that's the... and this is how sick some of the Democrats are. I'm going to jump into the subject a little bit. Someone put a tweet. Biden has the chance to pardon, what is it, Luigi Mangoni, whatever that jackass's name is. And it would be the funniest thing ever. So giving a pardon for someone who just committed cold-blooded murder. And this Democrat thinks it's funny that if he got a pardon. I'm so sick of these idiots with the justice for Jordan Neely. There's one video I haven't watched yet. I don't know if it's spoof or real. I can tell you this. It's the amount of bullshit of people running around screaming racism. Because not only did a white man hold this guy down, 2 black guys did too that were never charged. Black women that were on the train were thanking Daniel Penny, thanking him for saving their lives. But it had to deal with racism. You had BLM out there, doing their race baiting. Why is it that BLM only goes out there and wants to riot and protest when a criminal, fucks around and finds out? It's the only time I've seen them come out. We don't hear any shit about the violence that goes on in Chicago from them, do we? Especially when it's the black on black. Oh, they're fucking quiet as hell. Then black lives don't matter. They're very picky when they are. It just goes to show just how much racist they are.
Conservative media done right. You're listening to the SHR Media Network.
Attention, all patriotic women of faith. Yep, I'm talking to you, sis. Are you looking for high-quality, super soft apparel that reflects your love for country and your devotion to God? Look no further than Carry Girl Gear. Picture this. You rocking a tee so soft it's like being hugged by a cloud, all while showing off your love for God and country. Sounds dreamy, right? Well, welcome to reality, babes, because that's what we're all about here at Carry Girl Gear. We specialize in super soft tees, tanks, and more, designed specifically for the strong, patriotic woman who proudly wants to carry their message of faith and freedom. When you shop with us, you're not just getting a t-shirt. You're joining a community of like-minded women who are proud to wear their beliefs straight on their tees. So whether you're sipping sweet tea on the porch or leading the charge for faith and freedom, do it in a Carry Girl tee. Because life's too short for stiff, boring tees. CarryGirl.com, where faith and freedom meets fashion.
Come listen to BZ's Berserk Bobcat Saloon Radio Show. Live on select and exclusive Tuesday and Thursday nights at 11 p.m. Eastern, 10 p.m. Central, and 8 p.m. Pacific on the SHR Media Rumble channel, SHR Media YouTube channel, X, Twitch, Spreaker, and wherever great conservative podcasts are found. BZ, your conservative Sherpa, guides you through the maelstrom of Democrat, leftist, and globalist lies, chaos, deceit, and betrayal. Raised as a free-range child with dirt, stains, mud, and freedom, BZ broadcasts from North Idaho, comfortably surrounded by actual normal people. Jump into our plush, sumptuous, palatial, and resplendent chat room on rumble.com. Click on live chat to join. Now, with 37% more umbrage and 19% more bulbosity than previous shows, featuring delicious Liberty additives for the best in late-night conservatarian talk radio. BZ reminds you that with great beard comes great responsibility. No chinchillas were harmed, embarrassed, fat-shamed, or the focus of any sarcasm whatsoever in the making of this ad.
What is the Edge of Liberty? News, politics, commentary, sarcasm, alcohol, and high blood pressure. It's as American as a good revolution. So tune in every Monday and Friday at 12 Pacific, 3 p.m. on the East Coast on the SHR Media Network and KLRN Radio. For details, visit www.shrmedia.com.
And welcome back to the Reaver of Common Sense.
Please, I'm begging you.
No.
Please, I'm desperate. I don't know what to do. Please subscribe.
Sorry, I thought that's cute. I like it. Welcome back to the Reaver of Common Sense. I'm your host, Jersey Joe, here to make sense out of the senseless right here on shrmedia.com. Conservative media done right. I want to thank everybody who's listening tonight, who's taking time out of their busy Friday night to listen to me. I want to thank everybody. I really do appreciate it. There's something I was going to bring up, and Huffington Post, these jackasses. Thank God for community notes. I'm serious. Thank God for community notes. Here, let me pull it up for everybody. All right. Huffington Post. A man accused of killing Jordan Neely, a homeless black man, will sit beside the future president and vice president at the Army-Navy game. And community notes that thankfully people put on. The term accused suggests that someone is still under suspicion or facing charges. Daniel Perry was acquitted of criminal negligent homicide, and the manslaughter charges against him were dismissed by the judge during a jury deliberation at the prosecution's request. Why? Because they knew they were losing and they weren't going to get the conviction. And it's just, I thought I brought that up. I don't think I did. Just when you think these liberal scumbags can't get any lower, they lower that bar. One thing I say it time and time again, I get tired of it because it's not just CNN. I don't pay attention to Fox. I don't pay attention to any of the rest of them. I can't even think of their names right now. CNN, MSNBC, Fox News, One News and Newsweek, I think it is. Why? Because they're corporations. What do corporations do? They're there to make money for their stockholders. How are they going to make money? They got to be first on a story or have a sensational story that's going to get people to view, to buy, to look at their ads and buy those products so that the ad money keeps flowing in to pay the bills and make people money and make the stockholder money. I'd rather be on X and scour the internet looking at different sites and different news and different articles, then have some overpaid mouthpiece getting paid $10 million, $20 million a year to tell me how to think. I'm not out to tell anybody how to think. I'm trying to pass on information. I give my opinion. You do with that as you please. But I do suggest whatever I say, look it up. Research it. Go right ahead. I have no problem with that. I encourage that. And I've had people prove me wrong, and I've admitted it. That if they can prove me wrong, wholeheartedly, not just you're wrong. No, prove me. I'm human. You're human. I hope you are. I don't know what these damn drones. Some of you all might be aliens. Let's see. What else do we have? We got about 7 minutes left. Our good old commander, President Joe Biden, commuted the federal prison sentence Thursday of Mufad Abdel Kadar Miashala, the half-brother of millionaire Hamas leader who had served 16 of a 20-year sentence. Biden issued 39 pardons and commuted some 1,500 sentences, some of them involving controversial figures. This guy also went by Mufid Abdul Kadar. Listen, I butcher last names. I butcher names all the time. Oh, well. Now, he was convicted in 2008 as one of 5 defendants in the Holy Land Foundation terrorism funding trial, in which a Muslim charity in the U.S. was found to have funneled donations to Hamas after it was designated a terror group. So this guy was help funding Hamas. And then Biden commuted his federal prison sentence. And they complain about Trump's pardons. I think it was like 159 he did. Biden's already bypassed that, way past that. And a lot of Trump pardoned a lot of people that were convicted of minor, like pot possession. Some of them I didn't agree with all of them, but so be it. Some of these I'm going to question. He pardoned a judge from Pennsylvania that was getting paid by a private facility that housed criminal minors. Whenever he sentenced a minor and sent them to that facility, he got a kickback from it. And he made like $2.5 million off doing this. And some of these kids ended up being innocent. What does Joe Biden do? Pardons them. He's pissed off a lot of people in Pennsylvania. But you never hear any of the Democrats complain about it. They'll make excuses. Just as he pardoned his son after he promised for months, swore up and down, I will not do that. I will abide by the court system. I mean, I knew he was going to pardon his son. There's not many fathers out there that wouldn't. It's my issue is with the lying that he did about it. And we all knew he was so full of shit. I don't know. And the Democrats just, they allow it. They keep their mouth shut. Now there's also reports coming out. Nancy Pelosi. The hell did I just dump? Little ear thingies. Sorry about that. Nancy Pelosi moves to block AOC from top Democrat post on House Oversight Committee. It's like Pelosi ain't done fucking with AOC. Pelosi is attempting to thwart AOC's candidacy to lead Democrats on a House Oversight Committee, according to multiple reports. Punchbowl News and Axio both report that Pelosi has been pushing colleagues to support Jerry Connolly, AOC's opponent for the powerful ranking member position on the Oversight Committee. Punchbowl News, which first broke the news, reports that Pelosi is actively working to tank AOC. I don't know if people remember, but Pelosi was not a big... Hold on 1 second. Pelosi was not a big fan of AOC when she first got in. I think they just kind of try to stay out of each other's way. But now Pelosi's time's winding down. She's going to try to screw over AOC on the way out. Does Pelosi still have the power? Does she still have the grip on the DNC to be able to pull something like that off? I don't know. Now that she broke her hip, she may not be around for too much longer. And again, this isn't a negative. Her health at her age and something like that happening is not a good mix. All right, everybody. And that's the show. And again, I want to thank everybody that's been here today. It's a Friday night, and you chose to be here with me, and I appreciate it. I'll be back Monday. Tomorrow night's party time. Tomorrow night is the big 5-3 for me. And my plans are to do absolutely nothing. All right, everybody. Until Monday. That's right. You can catch Reaver of Common Sense every Monday through Monday and Friday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on shrmedia.com.